Hello there, it's Chris from Little Tech Girls Digital Homestead. Just want to do a hopefully not too long video on my green stalks. You know, I keep adding and I keep adding, and actually we're going to do this update in reverse because I shot a video actually on Eclipse Day when I set up this beauty here and refreshed this beauty here and set up this beauty back here. But I haven't edited that and put it up yet, so I thought I'd do this. And then if you're interested in how to actually put one of these together, what soil to use, how to amend it, and all of that, that video is coming up. So here, let's turn this around. All right, so what I did was I had one 5-tier green stalk over here. I decided because of where it is, it needed a friend. I needed this area to be framed. So I decided to just keep them at 4 tiers. So I ordered a 3-tier and split them out and put that over there. So these are originals. The original traditionally comes with 5 tiers, 6 planting pockets, which give each tier, which gives you 30 pockets total. The pockets are 10 inches deep, and here on the bottom, because they're on my patio, in addition to the ultimate spinner base, I have the wheels on so that I can roll them around if I need to. Same thing over here. And that is the basic pattern. That's what they call it now, the basic pattern, because not too long ago they came out with the basket weave pattern. And as you can see, this one is gorgeous pink. Sorry for the motorcycle going by. This one's cherry blossom pink. I have that metal flower pot sitting in the top because we had high winds earlier this week and I was just putting a little extra weight on it. But so this is the basket weave pattern in cherry blossom pink, and this is a leaf, a 7-tier leaf, so you get 42 planting pockets. This one also has the ultimate spinner base on the bottom and the wheels. I have it planted up with a variety of leafy greens, lots and lots of lettuce. There's some Mizuna, red lettuces. This is bok choy, which looks a little limp. Sometimes with some of these leafy greens, when it's really sunny like this, if they, oh, that's why. I'm sorry. This is Napa cabbage. Napa cabbage likes it cool. I did not get those planted outside in time. And actually, let's go back over here for a second. I will show you what happens when you put cool weather crops out that don't like the heat at all. They start bolting early. This stem here, I already picked the flowers off, but when you see your Asian greens or whatever shooting up long stems like this, that's them bolting. And this one was doing the same thing, and I cut it off. So I'm just going to go ahead and harvest these 3 plants very soon and put something else that's more summer tolerant in here. But in contrast, you can see my other ones like this red kamasuna doing great. Cilantro may do perfect over here as long as it gets some shade, but both times I've tried to grow Napa, it just didn't last long in heat. This one is full of radishes. I believe this is the Fabuloso hybrid. Some of them pockets are just coming up. I actually added more seeds in the pockets that were not yet germinating. So some of them are going to have more than the recommended 3. But like this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they should be fine. And I can pull a couple of them early just to give the rest of them room. Now let's go over here. This is another basket weave, 7-tier leaf. This is Evergreen. This is my favorite color. It's hard to choose a favorite color, but this one is only sitting on the ultimate spinner base, no wheels, because obviously I don't need to roll it out of that spot. Over here in the garden, we have 1 and 2 leaves here. There's the bunny that lives in my garden. You see the baby? Hi, sweetie. And you see all of the weeds and grass that I'm slowly working on. I still have a couple of weeks before I plan to fully plant up the garden, so it's going to be a slow process. Anyway, and you can see part of my Greenstalk watering system installed there. I need to get that all back hooked up for this year. It's going to be tied into my garden irrigation. So these 2 leaves, these have been powerhouses for me. They grow a lot of leafy greens, lots of good stuff. Over there we have an original, also an evergreen. This one was my first evergreen stock. Please excuse the mess, but it's only May 1st here. I'm in the Chicago area, so I'm still doing garden cleanup and won't be planting out for a couple more weeks. But this one is Luscious Green, which might be on the site now. I'll have to check, but they brought it back for a limited time, and I'm not sure if there were any left. That was my very first one, and I absolutely love that color. Over here we have shambles of what was previously my pepper tower, which is currently kind of disassembled, and I think that's going to be turned into 2 towers, which will bring me up to 10 green stalks. There's the baby. Now this is a new baby. 2 years ago I had a whole 7 rabbits born in my garden. They hung out for several months. They then lived in my yard after I locked them out of the garden. This little baby seems to be the only one living here now and has somehow found a way in through a gap under the fence. So I need to fix that. That's on the list. And as you can see, stinging nettles have taken over a lot of the garden. The scraps that are laying there, that's all of the dead stuff that I pulled out. And the reason I saved it and waited until spring to do that is because, number one, it's easier to pull that stuff out even from the green stalks when it's dead. Number two, that can be used to do the hugelkultur method in raised beds. I'm adding another raised bed, so I saved all of those scraps because this weekend when I get that bed put together, I'm throwing them all in there. And then you put your good soil on top and it breaks down and it eventually becomes soil, and that way you don't have to buy as much soil. So once this stuff is out of the way, I'm going to get rid of all those weeds and grass, figure out what I'm going to do with my garden floor. It took over fast. It really did. But anyway, back to the green stalks. So as you know, I do a full pepper tower every year, so that's coming. I'm going to have a full strawberry tower again. This is my lettuce and greens tower over here, the pink one. And then the ones on the patio currently have radishes and greens. But what's going to happen is eventually as this stuff gets harvested, like the radishes gets harvested, I can add something else in here. Not sure what yet. And I believe the one right next to the greenhouse is going to be a huge herb tower or something like that. But you don't have to stick to all one thing. Green stalks are made so that you can plant multiple things in the tower, which gives you lots of planting space. Again, if you get the original, you get 30 planting spaces. The leaf gives you 42 planting spaces, or you can get an inventor's bundle, which mixes and matches both of those. And right now, during the current Mother's Day sale, you can get a really good deal on those. An original in basic pattern is going to run you only $99, and if you use my code, you get another $10 off. The basket weave pattern original is going to be $109, and again, you use my code LTG10, you get another $10 off. So you get a great deal. Oh, and everything else on the site is going to be 10% off. So I will put that link here. I will put links to some useful information, frequently asked questions that people have, and I'm going to do a video on that too. After the assembly video, my video after that will be frequently asked questions and tips on the green stalk. So if you have any questions and you want answers, post below and I'll be sure to get those answered for you. Because let me tell you, as you can see, I keep adding them on. So obviously I like them. They've been very successful for me. And I'll link to the video that I did a couple months ago that was just basically a big old slideshow full of green stalk porn. So enjoy. Please like and subscribe. And again, let me know below if you have any green stalk specific questions. Here are a lot of my seedlings that are waiting to go in those green stalks. So over the next few days, I'll be getting lots of these planted up in the green stalks in the garden.